So once again, good morning. And today's my knowledge sharing will be the first part would be about our company, Rani, which I represent. What will the what are we doing, and what is our products, business. It's a it's a global network, so that you can also understand what is the product and processes. The second part, it will be only for 10 to 15 minutes, and the second part would be general. What is it? No, employability connect. Topic given to me is opportunities, right? Whereas I'm going to talk about how to create the opportunity of yourselves. Everyone has got their own potential and competencies. So how to create as a student what you can do. And then before going to that, what are the challenges that the industries are having and how the employability connect could be made successful for the students. My focus would be towards how to create an opportunity by yourselves, right? So to start with, I'll share company's profile. Dr. Dinesh, can you see the presentation? Just anyone can give the feedback whether you can see the
Yes, sir.
presentation.
Yes, sir. I can see your presentation. Yes,
Fine,
it is visible.
fine. Yeah. So I belong to a company called Rane, right? RANE, Rane. It's a spread across all over India, 26 plants across India. We have 5 business, right? Steering and suspension business, right? We have 5 companies in that. And then friction material and components, engine valve components, occupational safety division, aluminum die casting, and wire harness. This is how our business spread across, right? And the company founded at 1929, and the headquarters is at Chennai. The group turnover is around 5,000 crore, and we have increased this year by, and the challenges pulled down again. Not an average of 5,000 crores and USD $700 million, right? Our aim and motto should be most preferred OE manufacturer and supplier to the global auto major manufacturers. Okay, we serve varieties of industries segments like passenger cars, commercial, farm tractors, two-wheelers, three-wheelers, even railways and stationary engines like Cummins, Kirloskar, like thing we do. So mostly our manufacturing would be of steering and suspension systems. You call by any name, any vehicle name, whether it can be a domestic or it can be a global vehicle, we do supply components to that. And friction materials, we are one of the leading brake lining suppliers to the Indian automotive market. And we do supply, components to Indian Railways also, friction material components to Indian Railways also. And the next major business is valve train components. We manufacture engine valves for the two-wheelers too. As you said, stationary engines. We do supply engine valves, gear train components to them. And occupation safety, the safety belt systems, airbags. We're not a leading company in India, and we do supply to overseas also. With God's grace, we have sufficient order till 2025. We have our order for this. So die casting product. Die casting product we do supply for our our own group company, as well as we do supply for Ford and some of the overseas companies also we do supply, right? 2 years back we acquired a company in Kentucky, US, and then we started manufacturing our aluminum casting at US also. Right? It's a short introduction. And this is our map where we developed ourselves. Started with the distribution of automobile vehicle when English people were ruling us, and slowly understood the importance of spare. After spare market, what is its importance and how to generate this manufacturing and self-sustenance. The India has to indigenous components. So keeping that in mind, our company focused on manufacturing from 1959 onwards. So a lot of other challenges we grew along with the customer, wherever the customers were focusing, and then once they were developing themselves based on the customer needs, we need to gear up to supply and be the preferred partner. We also started to supply with them. And during 87 and 2000, we had collaborated joint venture with TRW. This is an US famous company, TRW. They are also steering manufacturer and leading manufacturer in the world. And you might have heard about the terminology called NSK. They are also manufacturers and for many components like steering assemblies, bearing systems, lubricant systems, all over. It's a Japan-based company and it's spread across worldwide. And once we attain to a certain level, we need to do some operational excellence. Uh, the boundaries are very, it's not limited for anyone. So if you have, your own quality and excellent component manufacturing systems, or whatever we say, the best practices, world-class practices. Now it has been called as TQM process, total quality management across the company. So once we started, to expand our business globally. Expanding horizon is our motto. Once we started to expand ourselves, we need to have some of the certifications like TPM and other things. We started to gear up, enhance our capability, competency of our operators, engineers, everything to put together in order to create an excellence in manufacturing. And then the final one would be, sorry, expanding horizon. Once we started to excel ourselves in our own area, we started to expand our sales and manufacturing systems globally. In Europe, we have got a big network market where the spare market is one of the biggest area where the capture we could capture the market. In India also, OE is one vertical where the people are manufacturing good number of components, whereas the other side there is a big potential market for the components of spares. So you know the importance of spares, and then we concentrate on that as well, and we have expanded our network base globally. So as I was mentioning, we have components manufactured. So steering and suspension system has been manufactured by Rane Madras Limited, Rane TRW. We have five major companies: Rane Madras Limited, Rane TRW, Rane NSK, Rane Bearings Brake Linings, Rane Engine Valves, Rane Precision Die Casting, and Rane Die Cast Division. It's a separate division. This is at US and this is at Hyderabad. So this is a wire harness system. So we have each and every company. When you take Rane Madras Limited, it has got five plants across India, starting from Uttarakhand to our Chennai, Tamil Nadu, Kanjipuram district. We have two plants. When you talk about Rane TRW, it is in Uttarakhand, it is in Trichy, it is in our Guduwajari, two bigger plants. When you talk about Rane NSK Limited, this is spread across in Uttarakhand. In Delhi, we do supply, major suppliers for Maruti Udyog Limited, Honda, and Hyundai. All the steering systems we are supplying to Maruti's. Latest vehicle up to the latest Ciaz, we do supply steering systems to Maruti. As I was mentioning, Rane Brake Limited, we have 6 plants across India. All in South India, Hyderabad, Pondicherry, Trichy plant, Chennai 2 plants. So it's spread across like that. We do manufacture brake linings and brake shoes, brake components. And this is Rane Engine Valve. Again, it has got 6 plants across India. 2 plants at Hyderabad, 1 plant at Trichy, and 1 plant at Pondicherry, and 1 plant at Mysore, the place called, not exactly Mysore, it's called Tumkur, near Bangalore. We have a plant there. And occupational safety divisions, we have 2 bigger plants. One is Trichy and another one is of Chennai. And I said this die casting business, again, we have at Chennai, Hyderabad, 2 plants we have, and at America we have 1 plant. This is at Bangalore, wire harness. So this is our network, right? We have manufacturing plants in India and Kentucky. Sales office spread across all over the globe, right? And this is our contribution towards passenger vehicle, starting from die casting component, pinion housing, gear housing, steering housing, and all we do manufacture die casted part, and the engine cases, die casted prods, outboard housing, and all these are all safety, occupation safety systems, seat belts, airbags, and friction materials, all this brake lining, clutch phasing, disc pads. For all two-wheelers and four-wheelers we do manufacture. These are all suspension parts, control arms, stabilizer link, lower control arms. These are all some of the suspension parts. And earlier the steering systems was manual steering systems, and then they moved to hydraulic steering systems. Now it is of electric power steering systems. The latest vehicle, whichever comes, it comes under electric power systems, all the big passenger cars. And the new segment is moving to the commercial vehicle also. Even the trucks has got electric power steering systems nowadays. We are developing it for the latest, for Bharat Benz 40-ton vehicle, which gets got the maximum tonnage of carry. We do supply for that, right? And here power steering pumps, and this ball joint. These are all suspension parts. Suspension ball joints, outer ball joint, inner ball joints. These are all the things. And when you talk about valve train components, engine valves, I was mentioning it, valve guide, top heads, and mostly from two-wheelers to all, earth movers, engines, everything we do manufacture engine valves, right? And these are our prestigious customers, right? As far as India is concerned, almost all the major players we do have our customers, starting from Honda, Hyundai, Mahindra, Tata Motors, and Maruti Suzuki, etc., we have, right? And when you talk about international, these are all the some of the international major supplies we do. Somewhere we collaborate with ZF, and then somewhere we compete with ZF itself. We do supply components to Audis, BMWs, Volkswagen, Skoda, etc. This is our customer build as far as concerned. And similarly, when you talk about commercial vehicle group, we do supply all these major components for even commercial vehicle also, right? So, which are all the companies supply which components to the automotive industries is benchmarked here, right? And these are all our customer built for the commercial vehicle segment. Ashok Leyland, Tata Motors, MAN Motors, Ford. See, earlier, no, it was a big challenge for our company. Companies like AMWs, Force Motors, and all these OE players were not in India. Nowadays, no, every we call by name, either in Pune built or at Delhi built or in Chennai, anywhere the companies are there. Okay, so people started to indigenize component because of quality competitiveness and corporate cost competitiveness that we have. Right? Tractors, we can proudly say that Mahindra is one of the largest tractor manufacturer in the world, and then we do supply for all this kind of steering systems, manual RCB, hydraulic steering systems, power steering systems, drag links, and etc. to tractor segment, engine valves, again braking systems, brake lining, foot, clutch housing, everything we are supplying. So, tractor division, almost all the group companies of tractors that we do supply components, right? Both international, national, both also. For the two-wheelers, we do supply disc pads and brake linings and engine valves also. For Hero Honda, we are one of the major supply for engine valves, right? And now it's Hero Motor Corporation, and we do supply for Honda, Yamaha, TVS, and other people, right? So, as I mentioned, we do supply for Indian Railways also, earth movers, engines, submarines, and snowmobiles. These kind of heavy vehicle sector also we do supply components. These are our prestigious customers in that segment. So, uh, whatever globally that we get award, customer award is very important for our business. Customers are always God. They have to treat it like a God so that we will have a country. A satisfied customer will always turn back to us. So when you talk about Rane Metals Limited, all the best supplier award from every customer we used to get. Every year on year, this used to happen, and sustaining of that particular award is a bigger challenge for us. Unless otherwise, we produce a good component, satisfy them with quality, satisfy with them without any customer line rejection. The end customer is the people who are using the vehicle. They should have the comfortability by using their brand. So we ensure, and then we always sustain our quality so that we have been recognized by our customer. And direct employees are around 25,000, and indirect employees there will be around 50,000 employees covered by us. So just to imagine that unless otherwise we have a sustained business market, we cannot survive in the market, right? So uh, our focus would be always expanding or reflect our aspiration not only to grow our business, the automotive industry, and beyond that. So what is it? We will focus first. The most preferred partner is our customer. So value creation to them is our main thing. We have a separate R&D capacity to do whatever. When customer move to the next segment, we also parallelly to do. You might have heard about Bharat Benz, which has got a very big facility in Chennai. Here by Chennai, there is a very big facility they have in Chennai district. So they are moving to from the commercial vehicle to they are moving commercial passenger vehicle, commercial goods to commercial passenger vehicle. They are moving out. The buses started to get manufactured in India. So we do supply steering system and suspension to cater their needs. When they grow, we need to gear up and then support them. And employees, they should make as a choice. Always the employees will feel they have given a challenging assignment and they have given sufficient learning opportunity to learn, grow along with the organization. All of our companies have got great place to work certification. Okay, and investors, we also have shares, and we have all the investors happy who are doing a business and who has got shares of us. We ensure that the growth, profitable growth is there for all the investors in us. And wherever our factory is being situated, mostly it will be in the rural areas and developing areas. We do ensure that the community, local community, is taken care and a friendly, approach towards the community, local locality, and then we do support for their improvement. So once the customer recognized, we need to expand our business globally. So these are some of the approaches that we received from our Deming company. Deming is a award. A Deming award is given from the JUSE. JUSE is a certification body, Japan Union of Scientists and Engineers. They are the authorized body to certify you as a TKM company by recognizing you with Deming Prize and Deming Grand Prize. So these are all our companies. Rane Metals and Rane Brake Lining have acquired this Deming Grand Prize and Deming Prize. Last year also we have been recognized with the Deming Grand Prize for our NSK plant, which is at Chennai and Bombay. Okay. So modern manufacturing facilities with TS16949. This is a certification given globally accepted by Ford and other people. State of art product development and validation capacity. We have some of our companies, some of our group companies, Rane Brakes and Rane TRW, they have got very big R&D center with us, and then testing facility, validating facility. Even government organizations come and do their validation in our facility. 3 of our companies have got Deming Award, right? It's as of now, TKM, this is a maximum recognition given globally, and 10 to 12 companies in India have got Deming Grand Prize Award. 3 of our Rane Group companies are among the 12. Okay. Similarly, Deming Grand Prize. Once sustainers of Deming Prize, you are eligible to go for Deming Grant. So, 4 of our other companies have already having Deming Prize certified by JUICE. So these are all some of the global recognition that we have to expand our business globally. So as I was mentioning, we were able to provide all the employees with a challenging assignment. High impact business products, leading a new program, customer engagement, international assignments. Always some of our these people know GETs who have completed successful GETs, and then they have completed our 1 year training, who has become a senior engineer. They have given a lot of development activities, worked with some special projects in India as well as in Japan and as well as in Europe also. So a lot of challenging assignments again grow along with the organization. Encourage learning. There is a leadership development program. We have a separate management development center. We used to call it Rane Institute for Employee Development, short form called as READ. I'm heading that READ, and then we do ensure all the segment cross section of people. We have set of initiatives for junior management, set of initiative for middle management, and set of initiatives for senior management. We do develop leaders in-house. Leaders always will be in the pipeline. So we are providing opportunities for everyone. So the final is enhances career opportunity, job enlargement, talent mobility, fostering individual growth, coaching and mentoring, and fast track growth for high potential people. Right? So this is our best practices that we have for our group. We have continuously awarded Great Place to Work certified 2011, 13, and 14. Last couple of years also, we are sustaining the same with our good company. So as far as the society is concerned, what we do for the society, right? Rane, we have a foundation, which is a public charitable trust founded by Rane, found promoters in 1967. And then we take the CSR, corporate social responsibility initiatives, exclusively funded to the Rane Group, from the funding from the Rane Group companies. And then what are the things that we have? We have our own polytechnic. In Tiruchi, we have a big institute where around 1,500 students are always inside the campus. And we have vocational training, skill development provision there. We create, we have our Rane Vidyalaya school at Trichy. So we are helping the society in and around where our company is situated. So healthcare for the employees has been taken care. Health camps inside the factory, to the local community, the family members of the company. All these things we, in a prescribed frequency, we do conduct all these things. And environment, we do this, support the local environment with plantations and infrastructure, water reservoirs, water tanks, the nearby places, how to preserve the nature, these kind of initiatives that we do. And this is one of the most successful, recognized by the local villages. We do have a lot of women development program and rural infrastructure development, develop and impart skills like driving, stitching, tailoring, beautician, plumbing, electrician to the local community. So this is one of our major CSR activity which is taken by the company, right? Individual company that depends upon, it's a pocketly, that excellence are in pockets in the respective areas, right? So this is a short introduction about our company, group companies, right? Is there anything we need to talk? We can talk. Otherwise, we'll switch on to the next, the major agenda for today's. Is there anything to ask, my dear? Mr. Shiva?
Yes. Prabhakaran sir, please tell me.
Yes, Dr. Shiva. Is there any people, any students, anything about the company, or we will switch over to the next agenda?
No, I think they did follow, they understood about Rani organization. I know it's a really big in the automotive components, but it is not visible because it's not a customer oriented, it is OEM oriented. So, introducing an organization which is so big and so widespread, I think students understood the kind of opportunities that might be available with Rane Group. So, I think now we can move to the next part of the discussion, sir.
Fine. So let me take it from Dr. Shiv, and then I'm moving to the next presentation. So, how this employability, engineers employability, I coined this as employees, engineers employability connect. So, I have discussed with few of my colleagues, senior colleagues, not only from our group and Brakes India, TVS Group, TI, and other group companies, and with few points and suggestions I have come across here, right? So, today's coverage would be current scenario for 2 to 5 minutes, and then what are the challenges that the industries are having. The next one is emerging technology. Here comes, what is that opportunity? What is that, skills that you require? See, before getting to the skill, what is the competencies and where the industries are moving? What type of changes? There are a lot of paradigm shift is there in the manufacturing technology itself. Hope we will understand. I want people to ask few questions later. Earlier, the concept of manufacturing was different. Now, you might have heard about this Industry 4.0. It's a big animal. Differently, it has been operated and successfully it has come out even in our manufacturing industries in a bigger way. Handling of big data, machine learning, all this jargon you might have heard about it, but it has become a practice nowadays. Earlier it was a big thing. Now, even in Anna University, there is no seats are available for these courses nowadays. So there is a paradigm shift is taking place. Now this era is now shifting era. People are migrating from olden concept conventional machining systems to all automated, where electronics plays a vital role in it. Though mechanical has got evergreen, even though how this electronics contribute towards making things happen neatly. And what is the technological development and what are the skills and competencies required of the students, where you need to focus and develop yourselves. That is going to be a part of that. And finally, expectation and few suggestions. The expectation is from the industry side. What is I'm recruiting students for the past 10 years plus. I have a different experience when I recruit people. Students will talk beautifully. Without knowing the subject, they will beautifully talk. Only one word is enough for them to play with the questions which is asked. The interesting thing, when I asked, we were talking about a mechanical engineer when I was recruiting. I think one of the engineer from Nagpur, I believe, we were discussing about steel and its properties and other things. When I was asking about a punch, you might have heard about a terminology called a punch, whereas a mechanical student will aware of what is punch and where it is used. And, heaven's sake, that fellow doesn't know what is punch, and then he was able to manage beautifully. A punch is a punch, which will keep on punching the material and it will act as a punch. The punching force is enormous. Without knowing what is punch, he was able to articulate beautifully with English. So there are beautiful challenges, and today, to hit on the nail, what is expected out of the students when they come to the industries like us? Mostly, any industries, they prefer plus or minus with this. So let us focus quickly on that and then come out further, right? So what is the current scenario? So with all these challenges now, whatever the pandemic that we have with COVID, jobs are back in all sectors nowadays. Okay, whatever the fluctuation that we had from November 2019, we felt this during November 2019 itself, the slowdown started for us. as a manufacturing company, I could say. From then onwards, we had a lot of challenges, and slowly, from the month of, let me say, August, we started to regain our original earlier where we were, and then we were coming closer, not exactly what we were earlier, but we were able to come out close to it. Industrial development again, Suzuki has come out late, and then they started their own manufacturing facility at Noida, and they started manufacturing independent vehicles from their end. And Mahindra, they have invested, and they have elaborating their manufacturing facilities at Nasik and other plants. They are investing 1,000+ crores in order to expand their business. And what is the Kia Motors they does? They launched a new vehicle recently, right? And as mentioned, Yamaha, they have come out with a bigger plant in Chennai. Hope that from January onwards, the regular production will be there. All the new vehicles have been manufactured not only in Pune, they are manufacturing from Chennai also. Again, Daimler, Benz, they are coming up with 1,200 crores plus investment with a new commercial transport vehicle at Chennai plant. They started already manufacturing, building is going on. So all the companies, because of the migrant workers, they went back. One side they have got supply chain mobility challenges they have. One side they have labor issues. The other side, technological. Globally, the market is having other challenges. So putting all these challenges as one side, jobs are back. People started to produce component, market reviving. Our focus is on the festival season for the passenger vehicles. So again, normally the festival season vehicle booking will be slightly in an inclined plane, so that people have started focusing on it. Next comes our job continuance is only based on the performance. All the CEOs and plant heads, manufacturing heads are less than 40, 45 years. Example, Sundar Pichai. These are all some global players. I'm talking about Indian manufacturing facility also. All the HR heads, they are not more than 35, 40. So only based on the performance, no younger senior is concerned here. The Girish Wahal, who was the head of Tata Nano, when the project has been given, this gentleman engaged 29+ years. He was a young engineer when he was given the responsibility to head this nano project. So likewise, we can keep on telling good number of people who are heading the companies and made the companies success. So please keep in mind that performance alone, your individual performance alone, your individual potential alone will pay you. Current expectation from both the employer as well as the employee is going up. So after my lecture, initial lecture in the college was I go for campus interview about the company. I will be briefing them. After that, any questions are there to students? Any doubt about the company? Any questions that you want to ask me? The first question will be, sir, working hours will be 8 hours or beyond that, sir? From the student. Sir, only 5 days working day will be there for us, sir. Sir, we will be given with our personal time, sir. What is this personal time? These kind of things, students will ask only that. That shows their expectation. They want to explore all things. I'm not saying that's wrong, but it has to be validated and it has to be meaningful. Meaningful time spending is always, I do support and appreciate it. So, expectation, customer also, the supplier, employer also, from the day one, they'll expect you to prove the component, work with the level, all these things, which is not possible. So, expectation from the employer as well as the employee are high. So variety of opportunities are in the market today. So as an engineer, when you're coming out, there will be a very big vacuum. You can play whatever, you can choose your area where you want to perform. All these things are in your hand. So you can think it out. So this is one part. Another part is this. What are the challenges that the industries are having? How to know what is could be your role, what could be your focus on this. So as I was mentioning, industries have become, everything has become globalization. So parts which has been manufactured in India, the two in Chennai, nearby Chennai village, is being fitted in a Europe high-end vehicles like Benz, Audis, BMWs. At any point of time, no one might have thought components which is manufactured in Hyderabad is being fitted with our BMWs and Audis. So what does it show? See, one of my GET, who is working in Bangalore for a development activity, he sits in Bangalore, design everything, does component. He procures component from Thailand, China, Indonesia. He procures components from Thailand, Indonesia, China for the company which is situated in US. See how the triangle is there. He sits in Bangalore. He does all R&D work, customer inspection of the component, quality checking, everything he does. The procurement, the component is manufactured in Indonesia, China, and Thailand, and the component has been assembled at US and other countries. So this globalization has become very common all over, where which material is available, what is the manufacturing feasibility of that particular material, and how the quality has been maintained, and what is the cost. People finally end up with the cost competitiveness, and then they go for the components. Next comes our mergers of competitors. So same product is being manufactured now. We are having a collaboration with ZF. For some customers, we do collaborate with ZF steering. ZF steering is one of the famous steering worldwide. And some of the customers, ZF is our competitor. So some collaborators, some competitor. These kind of things are happening. You might have heard some of the models of Maruti is manufactured by Toyota. Some of the Toyota models have been manufactured by Maruti. These are all some of the business models. Some of the business models which is working out now. Earlier, Renault, Nissan. Now, Nissan is separated, Renault is separated. All these things are happening in nowadays. These are all some of the business models to develop. Some were competitors, some were collaborators. These kind of things are happening. Emerging technology. The technology is coming like anything. As we was telling, artificial intelligence. It was a miracle. What is happening? Let us take in automobile area, machine learning, in medical science, every area this artificial intelligence come across, right? Virtual reality, augmented reality, everything is brought in front of you. One example is that the car driving and parking in your mobile or in video games. That is one of the examples for virtual reality. You can do whatever you want in that. You can play, you will have the feel of driving a car. My son was driving a car, playing the brake here and there. I told him, hey, how you go, man? He told that we are playing only the same thing that you are telling. When I taught him driving earlier, he was telling this kind of stories to me. I know driving physically what you are telling. So, because of the technological development, lot of minimization of power, minimization of machining hours, everything has become in its own way, right? Competition. As I was mentioned earlier, there was a big gap between ourselves and our competitor. So competitors were here and there spread across. Now, only there is a thin margin between the competitor and us. Only by way of service that we do, only by the global practices that we have good number of customers. Otherwise, in this competitive world, we are no way. Because every year on year, 10% cost to be raised. That was the earlier, contract that we had. Nowadays, year on year, we need to improve the quality, reduce the cost by 10%. That's the scenario from the customers. So because of the competition, if I'm not able to give, the other fellow is ready to give. Students should understand, if I'm not able to supply the component on the given time, the customer can prosecute us such a way the bylaw is created. If I'm not able to give the component on time, the X person is ready to give the component for the same time with a lesser cost. The customer will buy from him, and then the cost will be incurred from us. Such a business, legal documentation that we are preparing, and then we are doing business. People expectation, I was telling you, a lot of expectations are there. Employee and employer expectation is very, very high. From the day one, the employee is asking, "Oh, sir, overtime will be paid, AC room will be paid, laptop will be given to us, only 8-hour work is there, all these allowances, etc., etc., etc." Expectations high. Economic recession, current situation, what has happened, 2008, 2011, 12, these kind of years, it will be like a flexible wave. Once it will go to the peak and then it will come down. Likewise, economic recession cannot be defined. We should be very vigilant and alert in order to always look at that. Thank God that during 2008 and 2012, Indian companies were not affected much, whereas they are being affected in a particular percentage. Because of our economic policy, we were able to manage, sustain to some extent. Nowadays, also, each and every senior management, we have a salary cut off 30 to 45% for us. Just to assume how can we manage the systems. So these are all some of the challenges which is not in our hand, but at the same time we need to face and then survive with the external challenges like this. The final would be attaining and training and retaining the talent. So if you are really a talented fellow, if you have much potential, you are very much good in design, you are very much good in R&D activities, you are good in manufacturing, there are some few agencies are there to find out and pick it up with a 15 to 20% increase in the other company. Some of the people's job is to pick people, the talented people from one company to another. That's their job. So always, all engineers, budding engineers, please keep in mind, whatever you learn, whatever you do it perfectly, so that you know what is you, right? So these are all the challenges that the industries are facing, and how they need people. What are the capability that they need from the engineers, and what you have to do. All these things we are going to see in the forthcoming slides, right? So this is an important slide which you have to take care of. This is the area that opportunities are there for engineers. I put it in common, whereas engineers like you, directly or indirectly connected with this, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, all put together comes under as engineering. See, earlier it was very much focused. I need a mechanical engineer. I need an electrical and electronics engineer. Now the terminology is called electromechanical engineering. Now I need a data analyst. I need a smart engineer with cyber physical system awareness knowledge. So this we had a Indian government has given an assignment for us to focus on few future needs of an industry. What could be the manufacturing engineers' jobs for future industries? And what are the job and what are the job description and the skill required? I have segregated like this. What are the future jobs and what are the skills required for that? So please make a note of it. All the companies are focusing on automation. Okay. When you talk about an automation, you need the knowledge on pneumatic, hydraulic, circuits, electronic components, electronic circuits, which can be a combination of mechanical and electrical and electronics with a computer-based systems. Whatever be the system is there, unless otherwise you do a program, it cannot be worked properly. A logical program to be created, and that has to be integrated with the system. It has to work properly. And automation for factory processes, assemblies, manufacturings, and for processes concerned, plating, heat treating, thread rolling, all this process will have automation in future. What are the skill job descriptions for the data analyst and the skill requirement? So earlier, when we talk about a mechanical engineer, there are a set of skills for him to understand and then practice. Whereas nowadays, it's only based on all your latest gadgets that you're using, mobile phones, video games, whatever that application that you're using, which will have a more skill required. The next one is connected machines, flexible manufacturing systems. So here, when you talk about these connected machines, a group of flexible manufacturing systems, a complete job on cutting, non-cutting, assembly, all put together in the same area. It will be a separate cell developed so that all the machines are electronically connected with each other, learn from the previous operation. Artificial intelligence comes here, it will read, calculate what is required, what is the speed rate, what is the feed rate required for that particular operation, what is the stroke length, where should be the proximity switches positioned, what is the circuit that is required, what is the valve that is required, all these things they themselves will know, and then it will go to the virtual part of it, and then the artificial intelligence comes in. The machines will speak to each other, understand what is that previous data according to fine tune it, and then sensor technologies, IoT, Internet of Things, artificial, for this particular jobs, sensor technologies is going to be a bigger area where all the proximity switches are based on sensor operatives. Internet of Things will be connected everywhere. From your mobile, you can control your ACs and TVs, etc. Similar to that, all these things can be controlled. A machine can be operated from your home, from your bedroom. How artificial intelligence has been connected to that. So, for sensor and IoT, the job description will be artificial engineers and the related skill of an artificial intelligence knowledge that has to be understood and practiced. And the next future will be 3D printing and digital printing, right? So before this 3D and the digital printing, the application where and how it can be used. Before manufacturing, all the component could be produced single by means of 3D. See the functional feasibility, aesthetic look, everything about the component, and then it has to be go for a mass production. So for that, we need a smart engineer who can do 2D, 3D drawings, see the application, do all simulation, and then he can connect this to the printer. So these are all the skill, these are the job, and the skill required is a smart engineer who can handle 3D and 2D print, 2D software, and then how he can connect with the 3D printing machine and then take a component out of it. Smart manufacturing and cyber physical system. This is again a broad focus, smart manufacturing. He should be a versatile man where quality management system should be in his blood. In the sense, smart manufacturing system, everywhere digitalization is coming. How to manufacture smartly without human intervention. Earlier, when we were there, 6 machines were being operated by 6 operators. 3 helpers were there in order to assist the manufacturing. Now the 6 machines remains as it is. Only 3 operators are there. No supporter, no helpers are there. So please understand, smart manufacturing is one of the main focusing area where you can customize your operations, customize your assembly system, customize your manufacturing systems, everything together, and then for this we need digital quality management engineer. Earlier we were not having any position like this, digital quality management engineer, machine learning algorithm engineer, smart engineer. These kind of engineers were nowhere there earlier. But now the development, the future jobs, the future competencies which is developing needs all this kind of things. So focus of today's purpose of today's lecture listening is to identify what is could be the future competencies required, opportunities for engineers, and what are the skills that is required. When you talk about it, all these things comes under future business, future competencies which is required, and the job and the skill what you have to develop is this. and the other one is of predictive maintenance. So softwares will support us before the maintenance, machine is getting maintenance, will give you an alert, alertness, all these things will come. So this machine learning algorithm is being integrated, and then an engineer to understand this machine learning algorithm and aware of it, and then suitably you have to give the input to the machine so that the machine will be performing its own way that it has to. So these are all, some of the future jobs and the skills that required. So please make a note, student. This is a common, I'm giving a broad versatile topic where whatever that's coming as a new thing, it will be come under all these things. So advanced driver, when we talk about advanced driver, the same thing. Digital twins, data analyst, embedded system engineer. For that, no, I think embedded systems will be in your curriculum itself. So it will be embedded system engineer, network supply chain. So global networking, these are all become supply chain, no? International supply chain studies are be a part of people's curriculum nowadays. Virtual and augmented reality, right? You can have the feel. If I want to go and do a audit for a hazardous company, how to do it? There is some visual reality where I wear the glass and then go into the room. Whatever when I move my hand, I have a feel that I went into that particular company. I could see the scrapyard, hazardous area, fire-prone zone area. All these things I could see virtually with the help of technology. And quality 4.0, project management system, smart project managers we need, vertical integration, for manufacturing engineering systems, predictive algorithm, artificial intelligence. So you might have heard about Tesla. All these things speaks about artificial intelligence. So slowly the world is going to migrate towards it, and according to that we have other challenges to cope up with this. So my dear students, just to make a note of it, these are all going to be your area of developing your skills and opportunities as an engineer is this particular area where you need to focus. So this let it be as one side. As an engineer, you can learn, develop yourselves, and then perform. Meanwhile, what is the expectation from the students? As an engineer, once you come to a factory like us or any organization, normally what could be the expectation? Again, I'm telling this is a collective information. Some of my senior colleagues from group companies and other companies also, right? So fundamental knowledge on science and engineering. So this is very, very, very important. Be confident. Talk with application knowledge, what you learned from your subjects. Understand science. Understand engineering. Be strong in the fundamentals. You are an electronic engineer or electrical engineer, whoever it may be strong in your fundamentals and science and engineering, right? Mostly understand application oriented knowledge. It will help you to register in your mind as well as to confidently proceed in your assignments. Ability to identify problem and search for solutions. So whenever you have an opportunity to work with any initiatives, projects, so try to go deeper and wider, understand what it is in your hand, what the problems that are there, and try to have a solution for that and then do your jobs. Knowledge on industrial practices in the area of specialization. So this is very important. Now the internets, the medias, companies' websites are providing us an opportunity to understand much more deeper about the best practices what they have. If you want to probe into a company, let us take, you want to go to a TVS Group company, just you browse about them, some information will be there. What are the latest projects that they are doing? What are the challenges? Who are the customer base? So once you go into the company, you can understand full picture of the company, what they manufacture, what they sell. So keeping that in mind, you can go for short term. From second year onwards, you can go for some industrial visits, industrial training, implant training, that kind of, even from the roadside small industry or a electronic shop or a assembly area, you can learn a lot. Keep that in your mind. No big shop or a small shop. Everywhere you can learn good things. Right? Good lab exposure. This is very much important. Knowing is not doing. I know swimming very well. If I've been taken to a swimming pool, sir, I know swimming, sir, not in the water, sir. Does it add any value? No. Again, I'm saying knowing is not doing, doing is doing. Please have good lab exposure. Put your hands, do things on your own. 5 people will be doing project. Only one fellow will be sincerely doing the project. Other 4 people, no. Hey, I'll take the printout, I'll do binding work, I'll do the external coordination. All these things you people will do. Because I have 2 engineers in my house. What they did, I know very well. When I ask no questions to my son, no, he will keep quiet. That's all. You keep all this thing with your people who are recruiting, not with us. Straight away the answer will come. So please try to understand, my dear people. Knowing is not doing, doing is doing. Experience in project execution. Selection of project is a very, very important aspect. Hope you are in final year. Try to identify a good project. Right now, you have a lot of time with computers and learn as much as possible. Understand the companies. Understand the new development is taking place in your with respect to your area. Apply your mind. Involve in a small projects, and then let it be a small project. It will improve your confidence level, and then execute. Spirit of innovation. Always, some small portion of your mind should have this particular underlying innovation in it. So innovate. Don't go with the normal logical way that the things are moving. Apply your mind and innovate wherever possible. Innovation is very, very important for you people. Anything that you know, some part of innovation should be there. That too on your own thought process. Let it fail or pass. That should be your own thought, your own idea, your own brain has contributed towards it. So please keep in mind and then start doing it. Work stamina. This is missing very, very from all the students, I could say. I'm expecting a lot from students when they come to us. In the sense, when an assignment is given to them, they will have to establish and prove themselves. One of my engineer who was working with one GET, 2 years back I selected him, and then he was working with a senior engineer who was dealing with a Tata Motors customer when we were in Chennai. So all of a sudden that senior engineer resigned and gone away. There were no people to proceed with that particular project. This small GET, who had confidence in that particular project, we sent him to the customer to understand what it is. I'll narrate the story, what has happened. The development of the component is to be fitted in the car and then tested, and then accordingly the improvements has to be done. So this fellow, early morning by 4 o'clock from Chennai, he went to Pune. From Pune, he went to Tata Motors. By 11:30, the test started. By 3 o'clock, this fellow was able to reply the improvement what is required to Chennai back. So Chennai, a separate team started to develop the whatever corrections that he suggested from customer end along with the customer. He started to develop the component here. The next day when he came back, again the component was 50% completed. Fourth day, the component was completely with all the diamond changes being over, and then the performance was tested in Chennai itself. And the fifth day, the boy once again flew to Pune. He proved himself. So this kind of commitment and the continuity, the work stamina, the ownership should be there in all the engineers. So nowadays, you people are very young. You know, you are migrating from a student nature to a engineer nature, college to corporate office. Like that, you are going to migrate. At the same time, your fundamentals also should migrate. Your thought process should migrate. Your activity should be migrated. Your attitude should be migrated. Everything should be migrated so that people will be focusing on you and then supporting you. Good communication, oral and written communication. This is biggest challenge for all the engineers, but which could be developed easily, right? And finally, this is the suggestion which we want to give it to the student community. Please take it in the right sense, and then try to practice these kind of things in your day-to-day activity, and then try to come out of it, right? And finally, areas to work upon. We always know this is my personal slide, and I used to tell all the students is skill, knowledge, and attitude. This plays a vital role in your progress. So skill is an application knowledge of whatever you're learning, teamwork, conflict resolution. All these things will provoke whatever skill that you have in the subject. Whereas knowledge, whatever the organization has, their product and process, how it has to be developed, how the process and product could be, operationally developed and then move to the next level. These are all which you can gain by the virtue of your experience and the learning. Whereas attitude is a self-discipline, self-motivation, and commitment and dedication. So I strongly believe, keep this in mind, your skill, your knowledge. Let us put it in this way. Knowledge, skill, and attitude will make you a perfect man when you're coming out of college. So we can develop your skill and knowledge, whereas when the attitude is not there, we have a lot of challenge. So whenever we go to the institute, take people, we always, myself, will focus on these three areas, and that too 1, 2, and 3, because these two can be developed virtue of your practice, whereas attitude is the most important one. Please keep it, right? So I would be happy to close my session. Already I've exceeded 10 minutes, right? If anything is there, you can ask me the queries. I'll be happy to answer another 5 to 10 minutes if time is not a big deal for us, right? So I would leave the space to students. Yes, Dr. Shiv.
Yes, thank you, sir. So students, if you have any questions regarding manufacturing, core jobs, or jobs in manufacturing, this is the right time to get them clarified. So if you are not able to speak up, just type in your questions. I can relay the questions to Prabhakaran sir, right? But so I know most of you are interested in core jobs. So any questions related to core job, especially in manufacturing sectors, and automotive is one of the fastest growing sector. So all questions related to that, you can get them clarified. Okay, maybe if you are not able to ask now, what you can do, send the questions to me. In turn, I will connect with Prabhakaran sir, get them clarified, and send the answers back to you. Okay. So, Prabhakaran sir, thank you very much for taking time and explaining. So, you have given a new perspective to the placement. So, till now, students would be thinking, okay, for me to get placed, this is I have to do, that is what I have to do. But you told like placement depends on the industry requirement and the problems faced by the industry, and industry is going to absorb you only if you meet and if you are able to address the challenges faced by the industry. I think that's a new perspective for all the students. So always think from that perspective because see, no industry is a charitable organization. All of them are profit based. So they will look at you only if you have the skill set to address the challenges they are facing, right? So this is lesson number one you need to remember, and you need to develop your skill set so that you'll meet the industry requirements or you are able to solve the challenges faced by the industry. And sir has also pointed out what are the upcoming challenges or uh, the industry would be facing respect to new fields such as cyber physical systems, right? Um, all of you already know AI, IoT people are working. So cyber physical systems is a new challenge. So industry would be looking for people who has skill set in that. So now if you identify that, start working in that, you will stand a good chance of getting absorbed. Like similarly, quality 4.0. Right? I don't know how many of you are aware. Quality is an issue in most of the manufacturing units, right? So there are jobs in that. So similarly, sir has listed, so we can again go through the video recording and see and look at what are the challenges industry might be facing 2 or 3 years from now.
Tech Talk la amma. Tech Talk.
So any question to our guest speaker? Sai Satvik? Okay. So as I was saying, look at them and prepare yourself, right? Again, thank you very much, sir. So any parting words or advice to our students?
So, once again, no, I want to thank the management for giving me an opportunity to share my little experience with the student community. And now, as a last word, knowing is not doing, doing is doing. Wherever application-oriented learning is possible, everything put it as application-oriented so that it will register in your mind and then have some innovation in your whatever work that you do. Application-oriented, innovative learning should be there always. With my final words to all my students, young engineers, forthcoming leaders, very best wishes. This situation will not prolong, it will change. So equip yourselves, be a savable model in society. Wish you all the best, all of you, Dr. Shiv and our good friend Mr. Dinesh.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, sir. Dinesh,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your wonderful time and valuable inputs. Hope
Thank
our students will get it and they'll shine in their future. Thank you,
Fine,
sir.
Dinesh. See you. Nice to talk. Bye.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot.
Bye bye, all of you.